Welcome to the Black History Project. Here, we will share history, insights, struggles, and triumphs. Thank you for joining us. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Today we have Mr. Micah Taylor.
Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. We're glad you're here. You are a husband, you're a father, you're the owner of Taylor Made Cuts and Fades.
Yes, sir.
And there's a lot of other things you're doing. You're a father in the community to a lot of sons and daughters who are out here who may not have both parents. I've seen you reach in your pocket to help many of our children and youth. So, man, thank you for all the scholarships you give annually, the events you host. You are a history maker for sure.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Today we're here to talk about, and shout out to Greg too.
Hi.
He's in the house today, guest co-host. But today we're talking about unity and strength. And so Micah knows a lot of heroes that have walked on the land here in Upper East Tennessee. We talked about Vincent Dial, which I'm sure you'll mention at some point today. We talked about Ralph Davis, and you're also going to talk about your grandfather, Robert Murphy. And it's ironic that my last name is Murphy. There is a distant connection. So, but we're excited about you coming to talk about this. So, first question, tell us about your journey.
My journey's been an interesting one, man. It all started when I was 13 years old. When I first started cutting hair, wasn't allowed to go to a barbershop as a kid. It wasn't my journey. I always got my hair cut in the kitchen by my pops. So in middle school, I asked him to teach me what he knew. I was reluctant enough to get taught a few things, and I fell in love with the clippers, how they work, what makes them work. And by 15, 16 years old, I developed a pretty steady clientele. So it was never intended to be a career. It was more or less a hobby that became a passion, and now here we are today.
Man, that's awesome. And I remember over 20 some years ago, and I'm not going to date you or I.
No, go back.
But this brother was cutting hair in his dorm room. He was a competitor of mine because I was cutting hair too. But they was talking about a dude named Mike, and I'm just like, dude, who's this Micah dude cutting hair? And so, I only did it just to fill in the gaps. But this brother went on to build a franchise, a business, something huge. And so, man,
Thank you.
Kudos to you, brother. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So who's been some of your inspirations? I know I've mentioned a few names, but you just go ahead and talk about them and how they've impacted you.
Yeah, for sure. The late, great Fletcher Burchett, Reverend Vincent Dial, Ralph Davis. But I'm here today to speak specifically on their mentor, which just so happens to be my grandfather, Robert Murphy. I can remember being a kid, going to my grandparents' house, and my granddad would always have one of those gentlemen on his porch having devotion and Bible study. Even if they wasn't reading the Bible, they was just talking, just man to man. And I'm too young to understand what they were doing, why they were doing it. But now that I'm grown, there's something powerful about mentorship.
Right.
There's something powerful about relationship. And men of color especially, we don't really have a lot of safe places to be transparent and talk and be vulnerable and even be emotional if need be. And I witnessed all those things on my grandfather's front porch. He owned a business here in town, Merco Furniture Refinishing Company. But he was very, very intentional about pouring into, at that time, some young men. Deacon at Thankful Baptist Church, which you now reside in, are the head pastor. And I thank you for what you're doing at Thankful, man.
Yes, sir.
So I grew up in Thankful. I come from a line of resilient, community-oriented men. So it's not that I'm some great individual myself. It was mirrored in front of me as a young man.
Right. So you're almost just living out what you've seen
100%
over the years.
100%.
And so you've brought up those names, in today's episode is about unity and strength. How do those two characteristics, what do they mean to you, and what has Grandpa Murphy and Mr. Davis and Reverend Dow, how they've encouraged you to be about unity and strength. Because I've seen you bring the community together. I mean, when you do events, people come. It's not just the Black community, but people from a lot of other communities. And then efforts you've done, such as the Vincent Dow Day, it does create it's like a momentum booster. It builds strength within the community. But how do they encourage you to be about those two things, unity and strength?
Unity and strength go hand in hand. You can't have strength without unity. It takes a collective effort, a collaborative. Again, my grandfather's my grandfather, but he wasn't really my mentor. He was my grandfather. He was a mentor to those gentlemen who just happened to be my mentor.
Right.
I can remember being in high school, walking to lunch, sophomore year. Allen Iverson was the big thing. So I'm growing my hair out. I'm bald now, so don't judge me. Growing my hair out, got a pick in my hair, and Reverend Dow's coming towards me, Principal Dow, excuse me, because he was a principal. He wore many hats. He says, "Young man, take that pick out your head." He said, "You was born an original, but you're going to die a copy." He puts my pick in my chest and walks off. Don't even wait for a response. Just walks off. And I stood there in that moment trying to collect and wrap my mind around what just happened, what was just said. Right. But I say that to say, he sounded just like my grandfather when he said that. Sounded just like my grandfather had a big thing of his, and you can ask any of my cousins, there was no more foolishness.
Wow.
Boys, quit all this foolishness. I heard the word foolishness more times than I can count in my life, to where it kind of got annoying, but now that I'm grown, I get it, man. It's just too much foolishness in our community to where we can't really, see the bigger picture or get to a better place because we're not really intentional about growing and developing, right, and building relationships. Like me and you have known each other for years, man. Neighbors in college. I consider us, collaboratives in the community. We've done many events together. We don't see each other as a threat.
Right.
We see each other as resources for the community's sake. But that I know you grew up in Memphis. That had been modeled to you somewhere. Somebody along the way had to show you that. You don't just pull that out the hat.
Right.
That's got to be birthed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's big.
I got a question. So with having those individuals like your father and Vince Dow's, if they didn't treat you, if they treated you like how they treated other individuals, like, hey, yeah, you can do this, if they didn't be hard on you and bring you to reality, where do you think you would be at?
Jail. I say that wholeheartedly, 100% with no hesitation. I grew up in the community right here in town, the Carver community. When I was with my mother, every individual on my block joined the Bloods. And I was the only one that didn't want to be down with it. Only because I didn't see anything but them just hanging out at the park and just keeping each other company. Wasn't a whole lot of shooting, wasn't not a lot of violence. It was just, looking back now as a grown man, it was a band of young men without fathers. All of them had no fathers, no guidance, no direction. So what they were really doing, they were chasing family and unity. Going back to the point, like you just said, Reverend Murphy, unity. They just wanted unity, man. They wanted love, they wanted support. They just so happened to find it in a gang setting. So I was always ostracized in my own community, like, he's the weird guy. He don't want to be down with the movement. We all not moving nowhere. Not doing nothing. I probably would if you was doing something, but no, I'm good.
Couldn't hurt for the neighbor.
Literally,
Yeah,
bro. I like to do kid stuff. I want to go to the skating rink. I want to go to the swimming pool. I don't want to fight. I don't want to shoot. I don't want to.
So, do you think those individuals kind of grew up fast?
They had to. They grew up fast in a fast world. Like, society now, man, unless you have mentors and somebody that can not only speak some knowledge into you, but tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So we're too pacified as a society. Everybody wants an applause and a congratulations. You don't always need that. Somebody needs to come and just tell you what you need to hear. This man to my right has told me that on multiple occasions. Hey, man, let me talk to you. And it's things I needed to hear.
Yeah.
It's constructive criticism. You know what I mean? But those gentlemen, they just want to be validated. They just want to be loved. And as men of color, and a lot of times we get overlooked, ostracized, casted out. Nobody knows what we're going through, why we're going through it, how we feel. And especially, like, y'all two gentlemen from Memphis, Tennessee, West Tennessee. I've been to Memphis. Everything in Memphis is black. Imagine having Imagine growing up in East Tennessee where no coach, excuse me, I can't say no, very few coaches, no principals other than Dial. That happened later on down the road. No attorneys, no bankers, no city commissioners. Thank you for what you've done, Murphy. But
Yes,
nobody of any kind of position of influence looks like you.
But then the big difference between it is out here, because y'all didn't have a lot of people of color like that. It motivates y'all in a different way. Like I can do that. If he can do it, I can do it. But then growing up in Memphis, you seeing everybody else that is black. You have so many ups and downs, but then you got people that's giving you life, and you got people that's bringing you down.
Yeah.
So sometimes it be your own people.
I understand that. I mean, I think in our culture, we have a lot of, it's been taught through the Jim Crow era. We have a lot of hard times of bigging each other up, supporting each other, encouraging each other. We were trained to work against each other. So I can understand what you're saying. When it was more of us, you have more of that dynamic of the pull and tug, the tug of war battle. But imagine being in an area where there's nobody that wants you to succeed, black or white. In the black community, you don't want to be in a gang? Oh, hit him. So I got hit in the mouth. I got hit in my mouth just for not wanting to be down with the movement. Just for walking to the grocery store. All I was doing was leaving my mama's house and going to the grocery store to get some Cheetos. You gonna hit me in my mouth? For real? For real? So now that I have a business and I don't get the support from a lot of my people, I'm not bothered by that. I've never been the heavy favorite, ever. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my plan is with my business to mentor these kids, to show them, man, somebody loves you. Somebody cares about you. There's greatness in you. You don't have to be what the world wants you to be.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's big, man. That's powerful. You mentioned how there are times you've seen this competitive drive in terms of success in the black community, and how, and I'm moving on in what I'm sharing here from the standpoint of, yes, there's been competition, but it's beautiful to have collaboration.
Absolutely.
And I've heard you and Katie Bowen, shout out to Katie.
That's my guy right there.
Collaboration, competition
happens at the
bottom, collaboration
happens at the top.
Right, and having that collaboration, that you gotta have unity in order to have collaboration. I guess that's what I'm getting at, and finding that cause to be unified around brings the strength that you need as a community at large.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
You got to find people like KD. Like, I know when I first started my business, I told a handful of people that I was moving from Kingsport to Johnson City to open a shop. All of them said, man, you got Crown Cuts in Johnson City. You sure you want to do that? I'm not going to compete against Crown Cuts. That's not my I'm just going to establish a business. I told KD I was going. He said, man, about time. He was the only person.
And shout out to Craig and Crown Cuts too, because I know that's your guy.
That's my guy. But and even Craig didn't have a problem with me coming.
Right.
So if I'm not going to compete against Craig, and Craig has no problem with me coming, I noticed that the issue was I'm speaking to people that don't believe in themselves. So how do they have enough to encourage me?
Yeah.
You don't have enough in you to speak life into me because you don't believe enough in you. So when I spoke to KD, he said, man, about time. I said, man, but it's expensive. He said, the cost of not doing it is more expensive, Micah. And he walked off like Vincent Dow did with some coffee in his hand. He said, the cost of not betting on you is way more expensive than the obstacles you're going to face in entrepreneurship. He said, I'm proud of you, man. If you need anything, call me. You need people like KD, like Craig, like Aaron Murphy. Yeah. You know, Greg, even you. I know.
I wonder why it's expensive to not do it right then and there.
Because life's expensive, brother. You're going to pay a bill regardless. You're going to pay these bills, Rick. They got something for you. These bills got something for you.
And they come on holidays.
Relentless.
And after you die.
I'm in the barber industry. They shut the whole industry down in 2020 because of COVID-19. Guess what we'll still do?
Paying them bills.
Man, you better pay them. They're going to cut your lights out, Greg.
I don't care if you sneezing or coughing.
No, you better pay them bills, baby.
That's right.
Where are we in, man?
So, I mean, literally, it's more expensive. You have to gamble and bet on yourself. Nobody's going to believe in you like you believe in you.
Yeah. Gotta go out there and get it. And I feel like when you have that self-motivation, that's what that fire within yourself. And you know, because I have people that motivate me, but if I don't have myself motivated when I'm by myself in a storm, when I know I got God, but when I'm with God by myself, I have to motivate myself. Because at the end of the day, when I wake up, who else is gonna motivate me to go get this?
100%.
So I really go off self-motivation than just having too many people around, because when you have so many people around, there's different opinions.
Yep.
There's different energy. So you might, I need to be this way, but they say this is the way it'd be better, but everything works different. So that's just like with me working in my new job, working for a company dealing with marketing. When you're working with all these different people, you feel like, dang, am I worth it? Do I need to be here? But they just be them negative thoughts. Sometimes you can't agree with certain thoughts. So when I disagree with it, you start to see that, no, I'm supposed to be here. This is right now. I'm supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to be helping, because without you, where would it be at? Or without you putting an input into it or putting in an effort to even try anything. So I like that quote right there. If you don't do it, it's going to be expensive over time, because you got to understand, like, it might be a certain deal on certain stuff. Man, it's 50% off. Well, if you don't get it now, next week, it ain't going to be no percent off. Yeah. It's going to be full price. So that's why now that I'm hearing that quote, it just really sits with me.
And you can literally chase your dream, or somebody will hire you to fulfill theirs. And that's a fact, man. You can chase yours. And like Pastor Murphy said earlier, find your passion. Don't chase money. Money is just a tool. Use it for what it is, just a tool.
And then money gonna be here.
Exactly.
Money's gonna be here, because when you ain't working on your tool, when you ain't watering it, it's not gonna water itself. So if you putting water into it, it'll come back to you. So it's like if you refreshing something, you're gonna get refreshed back. So if I go out and I go motivate somebody, you never know, in the long run in life, I might need somebody to motivate me. So it's gonna come back and fold. So that's how I see stuff.
And also, I can tell by the time I've known you, you're okay being alone. A lot of folk are not. A lot of folk, I do too. Listen, when I'm off work, don't call me unless I got something going on now. I don't want to go shuck and jive.
Right.
It's two things I do. I'm going to peace, and I'm going to go get some peace.
Exactly.
So it's like this.
But you realize most folk can't handle their own thoughts in solitude. That's why they cluster up.
They don't love themselves.
Exactly my point. So if you're already ahead of the curve, if you can handle being in isolation and can think and can focus and can plan, forecast, like that's a blessing. That's not a curse.
So do you think this not new generation, but the generation right now in my age, like I'm 23, do you think a lot of young people have chaotic mindsets?
No, I think y'all have too much content. When me and Murphy was growing up, remember the rotary phone, Murphy? Come talk back to me, baby. We didn't have no voice machine. If you didn't reach them, you just didn't reach them, doggone. You saw them when you saw them.
You had that beeper.
Let's go, man.
The pager.
Come on now.
My wife accused me of having a beeper or a pager the other day. She's like, "What is that? A pager?" I was like, "No, those are my earpieces." She's like, "Oh, okay."
So do you think because people get into too much content, do you think that makes people have higher expectations about themselves?
I just think it raises the anxiety. Again, not to keep going on it, but now y'all have voicemail, text message, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You have 1,000 different ways to communicate somebody. I have a thing right now, like if somebody calls my phone, I don't answer, they'll call back. Well, if I didn't answer, there's a reason behind that. Either I'm busy, or I just don't feel like talking. It's one of the two. Either I'm busy, or I just don't feel like talking.
Yeah.
Neither one of those are wrong.
Right.
So why are you blowing me up?
They must need to say something.
Either I'm busy,
see,
or I just don't feel like talking.
you need to leave it as your voicemail.
You know,
if I didn't answer, I'm either busy.
But now not speaking or engaging is almost not an option. It's almost like you're rude if you don't engage. Well, what if you just need a moment?
Yeah.
Everybody needs space and time and peace to collect the thoughts.
If somebody had told me because I ain't looking at you don't mean I ain't listening to you.
No, come on now. Come on.
So I be looking over here, but I'm hearing everything you saying. But people be like, I want their respect. I need you to look at me. So like they engage.
But I literally learned that from my grandfather. He had a office in the back of the house. Don't come back there. Robert Murphy, come on.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Don't come back here now. You know I'm back here. The door's closed. I'm talking to somebody. It's important. I'm doing my devotion. Don't come back here talking about the Atlanta Braves right now. We're not talking about games.
So when you knocked, if he didn't answer, he was either he didn't feel
I'll
he's
be with
busy,
you in a minute.
or he didn't feel like answering.
Literally. And that was okay. You know why? Because it was his house. It was his house. Like he always did things with intent. It was never with being rude or not being considered. There's always a reason behind it. And some of my aunts to this day, you just like Robert Murphy. And I know what they mean when they say it. They don't mean it in a negative connotation. Like he had a bit of stubbornness in it, but it was his way because he didn't have a lot of help, man. He brought 6 kids, one being my mother, down here from New York City, couldn't find a job, so he built a business. You know how hard it is to build a business in the 80s as a black man? Excuse me, the late 70s, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Oh.
As a black, in Tri-Cities? Oh, they won't hire you. Oh, I'll just build a business. As a kid, I can remember being in his car, in his Lincoln, going to a house I didn't know till years later. It's a house that he originally moved down in here, raised my aunts and my uncles and my mom in, paid it off, and was renting it out. Granddad, you got property? But he didn't live like it. He lived very frugal, very modest. He ain't spent a lot of money. He spent money on his family. Went out here just buying a bunch of dumb crap. Everything had a purpose. Everything had a strategy to it. But he would pick me up and let me see it. He'd take me to the well and we'd fill up jugs of milk jugs with water, clean water. Now water is contaminated now, but back then it wasn't that bad, Murphy. Why are we driving up this mountain with these 10 jugs of spring water? But he let me sit in on that. It makes a lot of sense now. But you couldn't touch the handle on his fridge without washing your hands. I wish you would touch the handle. Not even you hear him from the front. Wash your hands. You would hear him from the front of the house. Wash your hands. Don't go in my fridge because it's unclean, man.
Right.
Everything had to be in order. It had to make sense. Because if it ain't make sense, what are we doing?
Just doing.
You know,
I bet I can guess one more thing you didn't touch.
talk to me.
The thermostat.
No, but you better not.
Better not touch the thermostat.
It ain't yours.
You don't pay the light bill.
You better not. Or even the remote control.
The remote.
Kids nowadays got too many options, though.
Yeah.
They got too many
Hey,
options.
listen, I was the remote.
Come on, talk about it. Talk about it now.
I need you to get up there and put it on channel 3.
Yes, sir.
My stories is coming on.
And the response was yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. There wasn't no debate.
And what? No, wait a minute, I'm busy.
Nah, busy doing what?
Let me finish this Lego set real
Come
quick.
on now.
No. You're going to be laying down with the Lego set. You're going to be laid up in the box like one of them pieces.
Literally.
Okay.
Literally.
He said, hold on, I'm building my Lego set.
Nah. But yeah, man, it's a good thing to hear your story and how, you know, these men played a vital role in your life. And I mean, it should make up today. You're a strong man because of what they've invested in you. And that's a beautiful thing. Let me ask you this question. What did you see growing up with your grandfather and other leaders in the community do in working together? What unified them? What causes they were together on?
I can't speak on specific causes, but what I knew about them, and I understand now, didn't understand as a kid, was just having dialogue. Like if my grandfather was wrong about something, somebody could tell him that and he wouldn't get offended. He would process it. He would think about it. He was a very headstrong individual. Some call stubborn. I say he was just misunderstood because I'm just a lot like him. He was very, very misunderstood.
Right.
Great intentions, big heart, you know, but they had more of a collective dialogue. Now it's all this technology, man. It's very, very rare you see us sitting down as brothers breaking bread and just talking.
Right.
They would have a meal and they would just talk about things that were important. So just not only having, you know, your group, your core group of people that want to see you win. It's very important.
That's good. Say that again.
That want to see you win. Everybody don't want to see you win, and everybody ain't your friend, doggone it. Some folk are acquaintances, and that's okay. It don't make them less. You just got to know who to put who where.
Yeah. And who to bring around, because when you turn that acquaintance like into a friend, you start to really, you weren't supposed to be a friend. You were supposed to be a stepping stone. You were supposed to just come in and leave.
Literally.
But when you holding on to certain stuff, you ain't gonna see them red flags. You gonna see this, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to help them the best way I can, because some people have good hearts, but the people you having a good heart for don't have good intentions.
Yeah.
So it be inside the Bible, like, you love the people that hate you and hate the people that love you.
That's real.
So you gotta really watch who you be around and who you talk to and who you bring around, because that's why you gotta pray about it. So my grandma always told me, pray and ask God to take the people out of your life that don't mean you no good. Don't say no names. Don't think about nobody. And then you will see who there. And then if it's meant for them to come back, they'll come back.
But you gotta be careful, because sometimes the folk you thought's gonna be there for the long haul. So you can't pray about it and get butt hurt when you find out some folk you thought was really in your corner are not. What I've learned, especially about business, some folk just want to see your playbook, man.
Yeah.
Come on, talk back to me, man.
Yeah, man.
Some folk just want to see your playbook. They don't want to be a part of your team.
What's that movie with Adam Sandler? Waterboy.
Come on now.
Waterboy took his whole little game.
The man said high quality H2O. High quality H2O. Some folk that's nosy, man. Especially that's why I'm not opposed to social media, but because it is what it is now, everybody's all about the likes and follows and friends. They're not your friend. They're being nosy, man.
But then, even without, because I'm not a social media type person, but when I first started coming out here, like my sophomore year, people start wanting to just be around you just to see, like, is he really this type of person? Is he always turned like this? Do he always be up and partying? But once you get to know me as an individual, this is just his personality. Yeah. That's not his character. Yeah. He's a totally different person in private.
And also what you got to realize, sometimes you're exposing their insecurities. It's nothing that you've done. They just really like the way you move. Pride won't let them admit it. I'm serious, man. You got a lot of... Greg, hear me. I've seen you at campus. You've been part of a barbershop ministry on campus. They rock with you, man. You just shake the ground when you move. So in a lot of instances, you make them feel a certain type of way about them. It ain't how they feel about you. Hear me when I say that, man. And you got to treat that accordingly. You don't match hate with hate. Match hate with love, man.
Come on now.
Put your hand on their shoulder, say, man, you good? How you feeling today? Every time I see this brother, he's smiling. He smiles at folk that don't like him. I love it.
Bigger.
I love it, man, because you match hate with love. The folk that had an issue with me in my neighborhood, when I see him, I give him a strong dap. Brother, good to see you. Because you didn't stop nothing, man.
Yeah.
Without me joining your little raggedy collective, all of y'all have dispersed as members, and you didn't stop a thing. But, man, it's good to see you. It's good to see you, man. I mean that sincerely. I don't mean that with no kind of spite or envy.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keep your head up.
You got to.
That's real. That's deep.
Yeah, it is.
Amen.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to say that?
Let's go. Why not?
I mean, seriously.
We're all believers.
I ain't trying to take us to church, but
no, let's go, man.
I mean, your eyes don't always lie to you, even though we do walk by faith and not by sight. But you know, if it look like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck.
Yeah, my grandma used to say, you hang around trash, you gonna what? Become trash.
Come on, man.
So
hey,
you gotta, cause it goes back to that reputation and your character. Like, I used to ask people this: which one is important, your character or your reputation? Because you can be a good person, have a good heart, but what if your reputation is trash? What if you like, man, they might always doing this and doing that? So is people going to respect you for being a good person, or is people going to respect you for the actions that you did along the way?
Yeah. You know, the book of Proverbs says that bad company corrupts good character. You know, you pretty much are what you are around, and we got to be careful with that. I don't see too many eagles hanging around with chickens plucking on the ground. No. Nor have I seen a chicken fly with eagles. So, if you are eagle, you have no business being with chickens.
You don't see eagles in packs.
No, you don't. They do their thing, right?
Well, what got me thinking is you don't see chickens with eagles, and I wonder why. Do you think eagles will let somebody in that level? Why would I want you around me? You're a Lord. Will you think they'll look down on him because he's a chicken?
Well, for one, chickens can't fly.
That too. But I'm just.
But literally,
I was thinking of a scenario.
Yeah, but just looking at the animal kingdom, I don't see an eagle looking down on a chicken. I see a chicken looking at an eagle with envy.
Because he can fly.
Eagles in motion, man. They trying to find something to eat.
That's right.
They ain't got time to worry about who doing what for what reason. That's so irrelevant.
Hey, and you know what? If you're a chicken and you get in that eagle's way, you're gonna become a meal.
Oh man, fried chicken,
Right.
hot sauce on the side. Oh man,
They said that every morning the zebra gets up and he says, "I gotta outrun
slowest.
the slowest lion, or I'm going to become his meal." And the slowest lion gets up, and the first thing he says, "I gotta outrun the slowest zebra, or I'm gonna starve to death." They both have something in common.
Better run.
They get up and they run like hell.
You better run, man. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Run. Don't run this way.
That's real, man. So you either eat or you starve,
Yeah.
and that's offensive to a lot of people, man, but not to the right people.
That's crazy how the animal kingdom has a lot in common with human nature.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Where do you feel like we are as a black community? That's a pocket of the entirety of humanity, but the black community, do you believe there's strength there and unity? If so, why? And if not, why? What's your thoughts on
I
that?
think there's strength there. I think we've grown leaps and bounds. I think we have a lot more in today's time that we can do to be great than we ever had in generations past. We just have to tap in, man. Just look at the college level. You got college athletes making millions, but are there people in the community showing them how to invest those millions? Look at LeBron James. His high school coach is still his mentor to this day. You can't convince me without him showing him the way, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing today. Again, going back to mentorship, something powerful, man, about the importance and the significance of mentorship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Coach Joyce is his name. Coach Joyce, when he signed a $90 million contract, he didn't say, "Well, you gotta take care of me now, son." And I'm pretty sure on LeBron, he probably did break him off. But if he didn't, Coach Joyce just want to be a part of the process of greatness. Let me make sure this young man can not only shift the narrative for his family, his community, but change the way the game is played, man.
That's good.
You know what I mean? So I think, segue back to the point, we're not in a bad place. We just have to get out of each other's way and let the beautiful magic happen.
And I think some people be mad at the roles that they have. So how you had said about LeBron James and his coach, how like he could have been like, "Well, man, you can throw me some, but my role is bigger than just money. Like I helped you through the process of doing it." So some people don't be understanding the role you have is the role that you was meant to have. It ain't meant for you to be the top leader or doing this and doing that around everybody. You meant to be this person. You finna grow. It's just not now.
Some folk, man, it's seasonal. It's life is in seasons, and some folk are seasonal, man. Greg, I had so many friends when I was charging $10 for a haircut, man.
I wish I was.
I had friends. You hear me? I had tons of them.
I thought you was charging $5.
I charged you $5. Come on now.
Okay.
I charge you $5. Yeah, but literally, man, you gotta tap into people who are tapped in, man, and want to see you win sincerely with nothing to gain from it. Just like Coach Joyce and LeBron James. Like when you get people like that, you don't worry about who don't like you, don't want to see you win. That pray for them. They don't know that they don't know. There's stupidity and the ignorance, and they ain't the same thing. They just ignorant people, man. And a lot of them have been through so much and stuff in life to where, again, that they don't have enough to pour into you. Their glass is half empty. And it's wrong of you to expect them to. If yours is half full, you might want to top them off a little bit. Literally.
Yeah, because it'll over.
Come on now. And you'll never go without helping somebody else.
Yeah.
That's principle. That's law. You'll never struggle and go without by making sure somebody else is okay. I promise you that. Even if they did you wrong, show a little love and look out for them, man.
That's big. That's big time. Well, man, we appreciate you coming by today, man, helping us on this little project. We'll see where it goes and see how it finishes up. But we're very excited. Amen.
Amen.
All righty. We out.
Till next time.
Peace.
Thank you for joining us for today's Black History Project episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Grace, peace, and blessings. See you next time.